Hi, in this video we are going to cover SQL Server basic queries, and that includes data definition language queries, which are mostly create, alter, drop, and then we have data manipulation language queries, which are insert, update, and delete, and then we have data query language, which is going to be select data from a table. We'll be mostly using a single table statements only in this demo, and in later sessions we'll also go ahead with joins, subqueries, and all. Let's jump onto the demo. So we'll first create a database, and to create a database we write a command called create database, and then we'll specify the database name. Let's say our database name is going to be training. We have created the database now, but we see still it is selected as master database only. So how we can create table inside that database? So we will have to select that database, and if we are using management studio, we can use this drop down to select the database on which we are going to write our queries, or we can use command called use and then database name. When we execute this, our database gets selected automatically. Now, in case if we want to drop a database, we'll simply write drop database name. Database name. Let's say we want to drop this database. Now, why we are seeing this error? Because we have selected training here. So we cannot be online and then we can drop it. So let's go select a different database and then execute it. And it drops the database. So let's recreate the database. Create database, and we'll use the same to create our table. Now, so in DDL, we knew about drop and create database. Now next is create table. So for create table, we write create table, and then we specify the table name. We also specify schema before table name and separate them by dot. But if we are not specifying, it directly goes to the DBO schema. So let's name the table as employee, and then next is start bracket, end bracket, and rest column names we specify here only. So next is column name, and we'll put ID, then we put data type of the column name. So if it is integer, we'll put int. Now in case if we want to put this as an incremental number value from 1, there is a function called identity, which allows us to specify to a column. Now when we specify this identity here, with the value 1, that is the starting value will be 1, and it will increment by 1. So this is the columns. We can also put constraints and all, but that we'll check in the later sessions. Now let's put emp name varchar, let's say 10. In case if we want to put any other column, let's say salary, and we want salary to be money type. So this is our simple create statement we have already created. Now we'll insert the value into that table. Now since we have specified identity for this column, we don't need to supply a value for that column, but we'll need a value for other two columns. So insert into, the insert statement is going to be insert into, and these are going to be this insert statement is going to be part of DML. This is going to be your DDL. Now in DDL, if we want to drop a table, we'll just specify drop table and then we'll put the table name, and it will automatically drop the table when we execute this line. So our table got dropped. Now we'll recreate the table. Now in case if we thought that our column name data type has to be changed, then what we'll do, we'll write a alter table employee and then alter, we want to put it varchar 20, and if we do that, our column value will get updated. Now how we can see that? We can select this, we can either do alt F1, or there is a procedure called sp underscore help, and we pass this table name to that procedure and it shows the detail about the table. And here you can see employee name length has now increased to 20. Now let's go and write some DML statements. So let's insert into table name, that is employee. We can specify column here. So in case if you want to insert value in only one column and not the other one, because this, when we are not specifying not null, they can accept null values also. So if any column which is accepting null values, we need not specify them here and it will automatically take a null value. For example, let's say a employee name we are supplying, and then we'll specify values, and let's say we are specifying top, and then we execute. It will go ahead and insert. Now for the first column, it inserts the record with value 1 initially, and then it adds the employee name, and salary value it makes as null. So let's go and write a DQL statement, that is select star from employee, and we see that salary has come as null. Now we'll write another update statement, that is DML statement, to set this salary to 5,000. Update table name employee, set the column name is salary, value 5,000. Since here we have just only one row, so even if we don't write a where condition, it's okay, it will go and update. But in case if we have several rows, we have to write a where condition, otherwise it will update all the rows with the value 5,000. So let's go and write where id equals to 1, and then we'll select and execute this statement, and then again we'll go and check. So our data got updated. Now what is the basic statement in writing a basic DQL is select, then we specify columns. So these columns can be separated by comma, and then you can write from, and then you can specify table name, and then you will specify where, and then condition separated by and or and whatever conditional operator you want. So that is basic select statement. If you are doing group by, then you will do write select column names on which you are trying to group the table, and then in case if you are using any aggregate functions, you will specify that, and then you will use your table name in from clause. Then you will, in case if you have any where clause, you can use that, and then you will use group by, and at the end you have order by clause. So this is the basic level at which you will be writing your statements. Now all joins and everything, those comes between from and where. So we have learnt about DDL statements, that is creating a database, dropping a database, creating a table, inserting data into table, dropping a table, altering a table column, and updating a specific row in a table, then querying the table. Now suppose if we want just only two columns from this table, that I don't need salary, I just want ID and name. So what we'll do, we'll just put ID and employee name, right? And we'll just get the two columns as output here. So this is how you can write basic SQL queries. In next section, we'll discuss about other set of queries.